Hello, everyone, here playing Farming Simulator 22, and welcome back to the 36X Spring Creek map. Since last episode, been busy liming and a little bit of spraying, not a whole lot here. Mainly liming has been our main activity, also a little bit of cultivating, got that all finished up here as well. So we're hopefully ready to do some planting here this episode. And then, of course, as you can probably expect, we are still working on spraying weeds here on field 383. So far, I think we're probably like an hour, probably more than an hour, maybe 2 hours, somewhere, hour or 2 hours into this job here so far, everyone. Have not had to fill the sprayer up once yet. We're down to 73% here on the sprayer. So again, I just want to emphasize, like, there's a reason why I want to use See and Spray on this job, everyone. Like, yeah, just the amount of spray we're using compared to what we would be using if we were not using See and Spray. So just had to turn the sound up there a little bit for myself, at least anyway. Okay. Yeah, we'll just leave course play to this job here. Again, like I said, this spray is being used up here. So at some point, well, I don't know. I guess I'm very curious to see if like this tank will last the entire field, or are we going to have to like fill it up again at some point? I guess we'll find out. Of course, as you can probably expect, two of the linemen, hello, Matt, cost us, not actually as bad as I thought it would be. I'm guessing somewhere in the neighborhood of $100,000 to $200,000. I know I say not like that much money, but somewhere between $100,000 and $200,000 to put lime on the fields we limed here so far. And I think we actually got maybe a few more that need to be limed yet. Checking our map. Actually, you know what? This is the map I should be checking, shouldn't it? pH map here. That's interesting. I'm not sure why it shows that up there yet, but anyway. So yeah, 384, 385, 386. Those probably all need lime yet as well from the looks of it, if I had to guess. Looks like 389, 390 are still good yet. Kind of surprising. I would have thought those would have been about the same as the rest of our fields, but I guess not. And then one thing I'm really curious about, I don't know why, but if you look at field 383 here, like part of this is darker than the rest. I don't know what's up with that. I was confused by that, but whatever. Doesn't really affect us, I guess. So we're going to head over to field 387. We're going to start planting here this episode, everyone. And I believe I mentioned this last episode. We're going to be putting barley in these fields here. We've done wheat the last couple of years in the game here. I don't think we've done a whole lot of barley yet. So I think it's time for some barley here. Got the Case 715 quad track here again. Pulling our Bargo 100-foot drill here. And again, that is with the 1,300 bushel cart behind it here. The 71 300. Or I think it's the 71300 is probably the proper way to say that, I'm assuming. Okay, ready, set on barley. Good. Turn it on. Lower down here. And away we go. Shouldn't take too long to plant this field right with this size drill. Should be able to make short work of this here, hopefully. And then the plan is I'm going to plant both this field and 388 as well. So 387, 388 here. We'll put both of these fields in barley. And then we'll probably wait till next spring for the remainder of the planting. Speaking of the remainder of the planting, by the way, we still have corn and soybeans left to harvest here yet this year, everyone. The corn harvest shouldn't be too bad. We just got two... And I say small, they're not particularly small fields, but for this map, Evan, they are relatively small fields of corn to harvest. And then, of course, Evan, we have the big one. Yes, we have the big one. Our new section, 1 square mile field here. Yeah, this should be interesting, Evan. Should be interesting. We'll have to see how that's going to go here. Might have to call in a custom crew there to harvest that one for us. Given the fact it took us, 20-some hours to harvest the last field we have, Evan. And again, that's not even a square mile field, Evan. That's definitely less than a square mile. It's maybe 3/4, although that's probably being generous with all the missing spots in it. Somewhere between half and 3/4 of a square mile field, probably. Oh boy, try not to miss nothing there. Get a little close, or a little far from the edge, I should say. I think this edge of the field's almost straight. We probably could set up GPS here if we want. We can just drive by hand here, right? Finish up the headlands, and then we'll definitely get a GPS going here. Making, like I said, making short work of this headland here. We're planting along at, 9? Oh, it dropped down. Tractor's pulling here. 8 miles, 7 miles. Oh boy, down to 6. Cart's not even completely full yet either. Ooh, oh. I was just going to say, we're going to drop down to 5, but nope. As I've said before, for those of you wondering, like, why a farmer would need a tractor this size, well, what you just seen there, Evan, is kind of why a farmer needs a tractor of this size nowadays. The size of some of these air drills here, and if you're on a hilly field, the current lineup of tractors, you know, they can pull, right? But, you know, ideally a couple hundred more horsepower probably would be nice, right? And of course, I say a couple hundred horsepower, but, you know, that's only if we're talking about the John Deere, right? The case here, we're gonna go from, well, not quite 100 horsepower, I guess, you know, from a 620 to a 715, almost 100 horsepower boost. From the looks of it here, it doesn't look like barley takes quite as much fertilizer as wheat does. Wheat usually is putting down a pretty good amount of fertilizer here when you're planting wheat, but looks like here we're just going up to, what, 120? So yeah, not near as much fertilizer. That's kind of nice. Saves on our plant cost a little bit. You know, it's something that we don't typically, at least myself anyway, Evan, don't typically pay attention, you know, to the cost of the products here in the game a whole lot, right? You plant your field, you fertilize it, lime it, spray it, whatever. Don't pay a whole lot of attention to the cost of it. Now, when you're playing on a map of this size, Evan, now you just went from costing, you know, a few thousand, maybe $10,000 to plant a field to now we're looking at hundreds of thousands of dollars to plant a field. It's like, oh my goodness, okay. Maybe we should pay attention to this now, right? Amazing how much that changes the dynamics of cost and stuff when you're playing on a large map like this. Okay, GPS. Let's get that set up here. We are looking at 0 degrees auto width. Holding that on the tractor here. Hopefully I'm over far enough here we can probably should lower it down too. That would help. Over far enough here we can catch the top corner of the field there. For those of you maybe caught it on our first pass, Evan, I do have the precision farming GPS tower thing, whatever you want to call it. It is up on the hill over there. So we do have one of those on the map, Evan. Again, has anyone ever actually figured out like what those things do? I mean, obviously, you know, if you go on the game, Evan, what does it say here? Oh, actually, I have to go to is it construction. Under tool, I forget what they're actually under here again. There's a weather station. Here we go. RTK station, wall mounted. Station provides your vehicles with better GPS signal. This helps your AI worker to drive more precise and do the work faster. I mean, it's what it says. I don't know about you folks. I don't know that I've ever seen the hired worker actually drive faster. I mean, you're limited to the speed of the piece of equipment you're pulling, right? So yeah, I'm just curious what those things actually do. And, for those who say there's no GPS in the game, well, I mean, there you go right there, right? I'm going to go to your tools. Hey, there's GPS right there. Provides GPS signal. Now, I'm not exactly sure what's going to be receiving that GPS signal, seeing how there actually really isn't any GPS in the game. That's a whole other topic there, but yeah. Okay. Some sort of visual glitch going on here. Can't even get in to see it. Okay, auto drive, gotta close you here. Yeah, if you folks look, what is going on down here? You see those dirt chunks flying up there. I can't get a zoom in. Oh, you know what I can do, Evan? Here's what I can do. I can pause it. Then we can zoom in. What are those dirt chunks coming off of, huh, Evan? The ones, of course, I'm looking at. If I get my mouse. Do I got a mouse? No, I guess I can't have a mouse pointer in this one. Okay, well, right in the center of the screen. Those two right, Evan. Where are those coming from? Oh, I think I see. This one here. Okay. Sorry, I don't have a mouse pointer, so I can't point. The one right in the center of the screen has got dirt coming off it. The one that's in the center of the screen now does not. And then the one to the left of it doesn't appear to have dirt coming off it anymore either. So, wonder when Giants broke that. Okay, well, anyway. Back to work. Interesting visual glitches there. Can't say I remember seeing that before. Oh, wait. I have to stop that and try that again with GPS. Oh, and apologies, Evan, if you couldn't hear me there. I just realized I forgot to turn this tractor volume down there. Yes, I know. This tractor's always loud. Kind of annoying when you don't have the sounds balanced somewhat between the pieces of equipment here. Oh, the tractor's kind of like wobbling a little bit going down the GPS line, isn't it? I just noticed that. Wow, it's like really wobbling and shaking. What's up with that? Probably falling apart already. That's probably what it is. I mean, it's a red tractor. What do you expect, right? Well, at this rate, we might even be able to get to plant the next field here yet at the rate we're going here. We are making short work of this field. Like I said, I figured we would. Nope. That GPS did not work at all. Wow. Try that again. I've noticed that with this GPS that's in this game, Evan. Same as the one that was in Farming Simulator 19 as well. It is the, okay. Could have swore I lowered you down. Guess not. Let's see if we can back it up here. Oh, I don't know, and this might not go good here. Gotta get the back corner of that drill a little bit further here. We're jackknifing the cart. We'll see how that goes on the next pass. We might have a little missing spot here. Oops. Nothing to see there. Nothing to see there. Anyway, just a reminder, if you haven't already clicked that subscribe button, don't forget to do so. Always very much appreciated. Don't forget, too, if you'd like to join us in on the RDAllen multiplayer servers, you can find that information down below in the description there. Again, anyone is welcome to join as long as you can play nicely, follow the rules. Also, don't forget, too, if you like the video, Evan, well, you know what to do. Hopefully, give her the old thumbs up there. I know, even though there's a red tractor in the video, and, it's, you still give it a thumbs up yet, right? I don't know, maybe not, Red tractors, you might want to just give them a thumbs down. Wow, this is, what is this? Pick on Red Tractor Day? Must be, Evan. Just looking at the dirt chunks on all the rest of them here, looks like they're all pretty good. Although the ones back here don't have any dirt, although it's not really in the ground either. Maybe that's why. I wonder why they're not in the ground. I have to pay attention on the next pass here. Looks like Giants maybe needs to do a little work on this seeder here. Or actually, trying to remember now. This was this seeder released by Giants or is this someone else's? Yeah, there's no dirt coming off these, everyone. Wow, what in the world? Come on, Giants. Or whoever made this. Definitely got some glitching going on with this particular planter here. Kind of nitpicky stuff, I guess, to some extent. I mean, for those of you who've played Farming Simulator for, a few years now, multiple versions, used to be back in the day when we never even had effects like this. I mean, it's just, yeah, about all we had back then was like the really fine dust coming up off your implement. That was about all you had, right? You had to pop, yeah, kind of what you see back here, though it wasn't even this good, right? Just like some fine dust, and that was about it. But now we got like actual special effects like this. Looks like dirt's actually coming up. Farming Simulator 22 has definitely come a long ways here since some of the first versions here of Farming Simulator. And as I've mentioned, at least as far as the PC versions of Farming Simulator go, I do believe I've played all of them here, starting with Farming Simulator 2008 all the way to Farming Simulator, well, 22 here. We got Farming Simulator 8, 9, 11, 13, 15, 17, 19, and 22. Don't know how many versions that makes there, but whatever that adds up to, I mean, that's how many PC versions there are. And then, of course, there's the mobile ones as well, which I'd like to say I've played all the mobile ones. It's possible I might have missed one in there somewhere, but I'd like to say they started off with 10 or 12 somewhere in there, I think, is when they started with the mobile versions. And, of course, at least when earlier days of Farming Simulator, the PC versions were coming out on the odd numbers. So Farming Simulator 11, 13, 15. That was the PC version, the PC and the console versions, right? At least in the later years once the console versions started being released as well. So PC and console versions were odd. Mobile devices, such as phones and other mobile platforms, were the even numbers. Now, obviously, that kind of swapped here a little bit when Farming Simulator 22 came out, but anyway, let's head over to the comment section in a moment. We'll see what you folks had to say here for last episode. Again, it looks like maybe 2 more passes, 3 more passes, and we'll have this field done here already. Feels like an accomplishment when you're able to, finish an entire field in one episode. Again, at least on this map, that doesn't happen very often, right, everyone? Okay, starting off with the first comment here from Hetro. Hetro was saying, good video. Thank you very much for that. Mike Shireman was saying, I don't know what your settings are, but as long as the pipe is out, auto drive does unload on the go. It doesn't have a problem with it. He also said, good video. Hey, thank you very much for that. Well, as I've said before, everyone, when it comes to auto drive unloading on the go, I have never had any success with it, everyone. I shouldn't say any success. I've had success once, I think, maybe twice. Once or twice, Evan, I've gotten auto drive to unload on the go. But other than that, Evan, I've never successfully gotten auto drive to unload on the go. And that didn't change here a couple episodes back either. I never once seen auto drive unload on the go. Now, of course, if you got course play on course play action going on, Evan, course play does unload on the go, which, as long as course play is not being extremely derpy, that is a pretty serious advantage there. You can keep your combine moving as opposed to having to stop, unload, then keep going, right? Well, it looks like we'll definitely need at least one more row here, everyone. And, what do we think? Is the next one going to finish it, everyone? It's going to be close. We're going to have a row of shame. Or we're going to have a bonus row. All depends what YouTube you're watching, right, everyone? In this case, everyone, if you end up with a little bit of extra, everyone, you probably could call this a bonus row, because there's not much you can do about this. Like, this is just extra. A lot of times when you have an extra row in harvesting, everyone, usually that means you did something wrong somewhere, right? It's usually what's up with the bonus row or the row of shame, really. Yeah, we're gonna end up with a little bit extra. Although I don't know if I'd say that qualifies as a row of shame. That is like a whole section, maybe 2 sections wide here on this planter. So, hey, is what it is, right? Next comment here from Mason Farms. He was saying, first, Randy has a plan for the section? Maybe. There might be a plan. He was also saying with auto drive, you can turn on the active unloading. That should allow auto drive to unload on the go if the criteria is met. The criteria, I don't know. I probably can't turn it on from this one, can I? I have to actually be in the grain cart tracks. We'll have to remember to check that out next time we use auto drive for unloading everyone. Maybe make sure that that is indeed turned on. Next comment here from Cody Hall. He was saying, do you have any public auto drive courses? So yeah, we'll answer that question here first. No, I do not have the auto drive course I have for this map public. I don't think you folks would really want it either, to be honest. The only thing I really have on this map as far as auto drive route goes, Evan, is from field 383 to the sell point. So literally from here to here. That's literally all I have. And, well, I say 383, but I've got it set up so it runs for both 383 and 386. Same route, just got the 2 separate fields on it, right? Literally the only route I have for this map, Evan. Well, that being said, if somebody does have a public route available for this map, wow. Because I'd hate to think how long it would take to record routes for this map. I'm going to, again, given the size of this map, don't forget, 36x map, Evan. So we are, how big are we here again? I'm trying to think. Now, there's 6 miles by 6 miles, right? Actually, no, we're more than that, I think. Or what? 7 miles by 7 miles or something like that? For those who don't know, a normal map, everyone, is 2 kilometers by 2 kilometers. So about a mile, well, a little over a mile. I think it's 1.2 miles if I remember correctly, right? So your normal map, Evan, is 1.2 miles by 1.2 miles. This map is 36x. So 6 by 6, 6 times bigger in each direction. So 6 times 1, yeah, it'd be about what, 7.5 miles, somewhere in there. So yeah, 7.5 miles. I mean, that's a little bit insane there, if you ask me. Then Cody Hall continue on here. He was also asking, how do you get not auto drive. How do you get course play to work? Keeps telling me it won't work or lags out my game. Okay, so, well, if you watch this series, you folks probably know this here already. But a couple of things here I've noticed with this map. When you're generating course play at courses for like fields and stuff, make sure you turn off island bypass mode. At least for the fields that have islands anyway. Field 383 here would be a good example of that. I actually made that mistake here when I was creating the course play course here for 383. I forgot to turn off island bypass. and literally had to sit here and wait like 15 minutes while course play crunched the numbers and then failed. Which I knew it was going to. It's like, there's no way course play is going to generate a route for that field with islands on it, and it didn't. So as soon as you turn islands off, Evan, then right away it generates course. It only takes, I don't know, 30 seconds, a minute, something like that. It generates it really quickly. But yeah, if you leave islands on, it does not like it. And that goes for most of the fields on this map, I've noticed so far as well. Also, along with that, given the size of these fields, Evan, it does take time to generate the course play routes for this map. So if you're trying to generate one, like I said, make sure you have islands turned off, and then just be patient. Especially if you have not taken the time to smooth out some of your fields like I've done, it could really be brutal. Again, now that's why I keep saying them. That's why I've taken the time to smooth out the edges of some of these fields here. Just, waiting the 5, 10, 15 minutes for course play to generate a course for a field. Like, nah, that's kind of annoying, right? So yeah, just take the time to smooth out some fields. 386 would be a prime example. Even 383 here have done the same thing there. Same thing on 387, and don't remember if I've done anything with 388 or not, but yeah, that'll drastically speed up your course creation. But yeah, like when you say it lags out your game there, if you're generating a course, you're pretty much at a standstill. Well, anyway, on to the next field here. We're on to field 388 here. Get this one planted with barley here as well. This field is definitely a little bit bigger than the previous field. Probably, double? Yeah, I would say probably double the size of 388. 387, I'm sorry. 388 is double the size of 387. Okay, well, anyway, Evan, looking at the time, it looks like it is about time to wrap it up for this episode. So on that note, you folks have any comments and or questions, be sure to leave them down below. And as always, Evan, thanks for watching. Until next time. And actually, speaking of next time, Evan, we will probably be skipping time here. I think we'll finish planting this field. Got to finish spraying the weeds on 383. And then we'll probably go ahead and skip time until we're ready for the next harvest, Evan. And the next harvest, it'll either be the corn or the soybeans, Evan. I'm not sure which one yet. I guess it depends which one's ready, right? Which I think they'll both be ready at the same time. But anyway, again, Evan, thanks for watching. Till next time.